Morning, girls. Garden's just about dried up. Still getting a lot of tomatoes. Green beans are growing pretty good still. Brake fell over. Morning, ladies. Where is everybody? Come on. Alright, so today it's 20 degrees colder today than it was last 2 days. Feels really nice outside. So I'm gonna take advantage of that today. I'm gonna clean up some of these raised beds, yank out all the stuff that's done. My peppers are still going. Here it is, end of August, and my peppers are still doing awesome. I've got new blooms. I've got new ones growing. This has by far been the best year I've ever had growing peppers. Raised beds is the way to go. And that girl is not supposed to be out. So she's been getting out every day. Every day she's getting out. The other day I came out and yep, she was digging up green beans. And that's unacceptable. So I was watching her and she was coming out right here. So yesterday I just put that netting on there, but obviously she's going through over the top, so now I'm gonna have to redo that somehow. Figure out how to keep her in. I don't mind if they get out, but once they start tearing up raised beds, then I got to put a stop to it. So, and every once in a while, if they get out, they'll come over here and they'll take advantage of the low-hanging fruit. You know, if I have tomatoes, a nice, beautiful, ripe, perfect tomato, I'll go to pick it, and then the bottom of them will all have all these chunks out of it from the chickens. So that's another issue I have if they get out, but that's not that often. Here lately they've been focused on my raised beds, so can't have that. Gonna have to fix that today somehow. Bees are still busy. That hive still is doing nothing. That is a huge disappointment. That hive was booming. I was pulling supers off of it, and I think I lost one of those queens here recently, and the one on this side over here, they can't raise a new queen, and it's about too late. So I'll see how many bees are in that thing this week, and they may end up just getting put in one of the nuke boxes I'm planning on overwintering. But this double queen hive has been spectacular. I mean, you got to keep up with them though. They'll fill a super up pretty darn fast having all them workers in there from 2 queens. Alright, so I got the brooder set up for the baby quail. And you can see up there the thermometer is about almost 95. I switched these red heat lamps. That way it wouldn't be bright 24 hours a day on them. And they seem to actually get hotter than the regular bulbs. So what I do, I just take their chick starter, and what I found works best for me is I use my wife's magic bullet, that little blender, and I just grind it up a little bit. You gotta be careful because it will turn it into a real fine powder, and I don't want that real fine powder, but put it in there and it does a great job of making it a lot easier for the new quail to eat out of these. And that's just a lid off a peanut butter jar, and I'm not sure how many quail are in the incubator. It's hard to count them with them all jumping around each other. So I'll probably go grab another lid and put some food in that. And then their water, I actually use the quail water. You can use a regular chick water for chickens, but you need to put rocks or something in it, marbles, so the baby quail don't get in there and drown in their water. So I'm gonna go grab the incubator, bring it over here, and I'm gonna start letting these baby chicks get in here. Okay, so I went and got the incubator. Right now I'm just using the Janol 12. Because I wasn't sure how this whole incubate my old eggs were going to work out, so I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on something that wasn't going to work out very well for me. So, but this has been outstanding so far. One of these days I'm going to get around to do my review on one of these and kind of give you my thoughts, good and bad, on it. So let's see how many baby quail we got in here. All right, that's a real good hatch rate. We got 12 out of 14. So we'll let these guys wander around for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go put this incubator back, come back, and I'll show them where their water and food is. Now I'm never going to be able to tell which ones I've dipped their beaks in the water, but once I can get a handful of them drinking out of it, the other ones will follow along pretty good. Quail are a lot like chickens. Once you get a couple of them doing it, they all kind of start mimicking each other. So the food, I'm actually going to just dump some out on this spot right here, because they'll peck around and scratch. You know, natural instincts will take over and they'll find all that food. So yeah, I'm very pleased with this hatch rate. I'm going to get the incubator cleaned up, and I'm going to put 16 more in this time. I had 14 in it this batch, so I'm going to put 16 in the next batch once I get that incubator cleaned up today, and go from there. But it's so neat. These things are so little. I know the camera just doesn't do it any justice. I mean, they're literally the size of your thumb. They're super small birds when they hatch, and they'll reach full maturity in 7 weeks. So it's pretty crazy. You know, it takes a chicken, I'm not even sure, 16-20 weeks, something like that, to lay eggs. It's a long time. And the hens in here, they'll start laying anywhere from 7 to 9 weeks. And then they'll lay an egg a day, just like a chicken. But when I got into, I wanted to keep quail for a long time. I just have never just got in and done it. So this year when I decided to do it, I wanted to be kind of patient and learn about them more. So that's what I did, and it's been a lot more enjoyable than just, you know, jumping in and winging it. I actually researched it out a lot better than I normally do on things. And the nutrition value for quail meat and quail eggs is quite a bit higher than chicken. Now, granted, I know you have to eat a lot more eggs and more of the meat to get full, but the nutritional value for one egg is more than a chicken egg. So it's pretty crazy. And the meat is excellent. If you've never had quail, I strongly recommend it, because it's outstanding. So anyways, this is the third batch this summer. I'm going to close this up and go get the incubator all cleaned up and get the next ones in it. Thanks for watching.